Good morning, greetings, peace, and love. Let me see y'all pump y'all fists. Woo! It's Word Up Wednesdays. Today is the class all about poetry, spoken word, and short stories. My name is Kimberlie Wright. All right. First, I want to say it's a wonderful morning. It's a blessing to be alive. And we're going to go through our holidays and events first. Today is March 16th, 2022. Today is National Vaccination Day, Purim Day, No Selfies Day, Everything You Do Is Right Day, National Panda Day, Fast of Esther Day, National Artichoke Day. Artichokes are delicious if you haven't ever eaten them. And I've been to like a food festival one time, and one booth had all roasted or like grilled artichokes. They were very, very delicious, and they put like olive oil and seasonings on them. Really delicious. All right. And the last holiday for today is Freedom of Information Day. All right. So we want to get straight into some of our just some information. So first of all, I would like to say this is the first session that we've had Word Up on site at the facility, and I tried to recruit for it in the past. However, when we were in our normal swing of things and hustle and bustle and everything, everybody pretty much were satisfied with the classes that they had, and they were telling me they were really interested in taking Word Up. However, they didn't have time as it pertains to their schedule. So once COVID actually hit us, unfortunately, I was able to build the Word Up class. And, we've had some more people that haven't been in here as it pertains to they have appointments and doctors, things going on. They said they will be back, like the married couple, for just an example. But I would like to say that due to the fact that we did go ahead and open the facility to the seniors this session and everybody registered, we only had 2 participants that actually registered for the Word Up class for this session. And it just is what it is. I don't know how we can change things, but however, I just want to say that next session, as Terrell said, we're not going to have Word Up on site. So if we continue to have Word Up, it's just going to be virtual. But we won't have it on site because she doesn't want to go ahead and put that class on the schedule in thinking that, maybe nobody won't sign up, being that pretty much nobody signed up this time. So I just want to let you all know that. And another thing is, I was trying to prepare something for this class to do to submit in the art exhibit, the annual art exhibit for Older Americans Month, which is May the 19th. It's on a Thursday. And so if you are going to be presenting one of these poetry art expression boards, then the deadline for that will be April the 29th. It's the last Friday in April. And you can bring your piece here I have a photo booth set up in the back activity room, and I can take photos of your piece, or you can take photos of it yourself and email them to me. The email address for the art show, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. No problem, Miss Gloria. So, artist, Older Americans, artists, it, email address to send email address to send artwork, to send poetry, art, expression, boards is seniors art 2022 at gmail.com. Oh, also, if you all have any ideas,
Kim, put it back, please.
you just have to press chat at the bottom of your screen.
Thank you.
If you all plan on actually presenting one of these portrait art expression boards, which I do, if you need help with even coming up with an idea, please call me, speak with me. If you need help drawing any images or having any images print out, please consult me. But the poetry art expression board, we looked in class at a few, what you can look up is poetry mixed with art, or yeah, or painting. And then that'll give you some ideas of what you can do, but however, take it further, take it to another level. And that's the poetry mixed with art paintings is what you want to search in your link, Google, Yahoo, or whatever, and then you can press images to see some of the images at your leisure. Yeah.
Miss Kim,
Yes, ma'am.
that picture behind you is crooked. Would you straighten it? It's
know,
driving, it's nuts.
I was gonna say I can't tell if it's crooked or if it's my camera.
No, it's crooked, I think.
Yeah, it's a little crooked. All right. Okay, so I think first, since a couple of people have to get out of class, if you all have anything to share, I want to give you all the spotlight to do that first.
I did an acrostic on aging.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Aging, accepting all that life has given to you, its ups and downs, giving in to whatever you have each day, ignoring people who joke about people growing older, never trying to look so much younger than your age you look ridiculous, giving advice. No, don't do it. Do not give advice.
I like that. That was funny. Okay, so if you all have anybody else got a piece, if you do, just let me know at any time. Speaking of acrostics, acrostic.
I did an acrostic on my name, both my names, my first and last name.
Okay, yeah, we were supposed to do acrostics on our names. Anybody, if anybody wasn't in class, I gave a prompt to say, do an acrostic on your first name, last name, or both. You can do your full name first, middle, and last. You want to recite that. You look beautiful once again.
Yeah. I did both names, Gloria and Langley.
Okay.
And for Gloria, gracefully navigating through life, loving and serving God, optimistic about the future, reliable and responsible, interesting past life, and active and enjoy exercising.
Ooh.
For Langley, living with purpose, ambitiously making a difference in the lives of others, never stop learning, growing in grace each and every day, learning to accept the things I cannot change, enthusiastically pursuing a life of faith, yearning for the hope in my future. Amen.
Amen. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
That was
That
amazing.
is so good. That
Yes.
is so good. It's so wonderful that she can look at herself so positively.
Yes, ma'am. That was
Oh,
If you don't, Jean, who will?
no one.
Amen.
So that just gave me an idea for a prompt. I'm gonna write a poem about myself on the downside. It's gonna be, I don't want to use the word negative, but since you saying that was so positive, I'm gonna write a poem that has to deal with things I need to work on. Like that.
Ooh,
So I'm
ooh.
writing that down.
Wow.
Okay, ooh.
That's interesting. That would be
Yes.
yes.
I did one too, but mine is not nearly Gloria as good as yours. I just did my first name. Okay, Jean. Jovial, jubilant, full of joy, energy, and enthusiastic about life in general. Animated and anxious to share ideas with everyone or anyone. Never lost for needing to be encouraged and boldly I can't read it. And they're never lost for needing to be encouraged.
Awesome.
That's
I
good.
like
That's
that.
good.
Yeah, that's positive too.
I tried.
Yes.
Miss Jean
Awesome.
said- She said, I try.
I tried.
Uh,
I got the red out of my hair. Woo, woo.
It looks good. And she pulling it.
Yeah. Woo, 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 woo.
Anybody got anything else they need to work on? All right, before I go on with my lesson quick, I wanted to know, did anybody want any of the paint chip poetry? Like anyone want 3 of the paint chip poetries to write something? It's no problem if you don't. And the next thing is, don't forget that I did give a lesson about writing your life story in 10 sentences.
I did it.
So I know Miss Gloria Langley presented last week and Miss Jean. And if you all want to write your life story in 10 sentences, please do that, since what I need to work on. Okay.
But didn't you say something last week, Kim, about writing a 10-sentence story about someone we are close to? Didn't you say that?
Yeah,
Yes,
I thought she did.
she did.
I did.
I didn't do it, but I was just wondering.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Because I was saying how sometimes what we might write about somebody else, they may be shocked to hear your thoughts, or they may be shocked to hear your thoughts thinking of positive things about them and or negative. Meaning
Okay.
like some things may be true about somebody in a negative sense, but they probably maybe haven't accepted or didn't know that you noticed. And then somebody may have such really good things about them that they don't notice it because they tend to maybe put themselves down, or they actually just didn't notice it. So, and then your recollection of somebody could be spot on. They'll say, girl, you know me to the T, you know, like something to that nature. So I was just saying that if you wrote a 10-sentence story about somebody else and even shared it with them, you just see what type of reaction you got. But I said I didn't want to get nobody in trouble, because some people want to fight.
True.
And so the thing is, the writing, you don't always have to make it positive. It's not that you make it a negative, but whatever expression you are saying just to tell about the person, it is just what it is. Yeah. It could be, I never heard, my cousin is a beautiful person. I never heard her say a word without cursing. I don't know. I'm just saying. But anyway. Okay. So speaking of acrostics, if you all, you look very beautiful too, Miss. Everybody looks so lovely, and I'm so glad to even see you here in the flesh, 2 eyes open, moving, but you look very beautiful too, Miss Jacqueline Lattimore. All right, so if you all want to write down any of this, it's fine. If you don't, it's no problem. Speaking of acrostics, everybody know an acrostic is a piece of a writing in which the particular set of letters, typically the first of each line, word, or paragraph, spells out a word or phrase with special significance to the text. Acrostics are most commonly written as a form of poetry, but they can also be found in prose or used as a word puzzle. Some additional, So, did you know that in most common types of acrostic poems, the initial letter of each line forms a word? This type of acrostic is simply called an acrostic. Let me show you what I mean. So, again, you have rose. And then you're gonna have roses are red, oranges are yummy. Sugar sweet, elixir in my tummy. So, but other types of acrostics with more specialized locations of the letters spell out a phrase do have special names. For example, you can write these types down and look them up. And these are not lessons per se, but they are for you to broaden your spectrum or your ways of writing. We have something called a telestitch. It's T-E-L-E. And you all know, one thing is I'm going to put that in the chat too, just for anybody who may not be able to see it. Telestitch. Then you have meso-stitch. Then you have a double acrostic. And then you have Absidarian. All right. So we're gonna just quickly go over the telestitch acrostic. Okay, 1 second, sorry, people. right, yeah, people. All right, so a telestitch is an acrostic in which the last letters of each line spell a word or message. I'll just give you a quick example of one. It's the last letters. And it's kind of like fun to play with, so. All right. This piece is called once again, I'm going to put it in the chat so you'll all be able to see it. I don't want to, anyway, yeah, it's a short piece, so I'll put it in the chat. The title of it is called Shire Horse. And the Shire horse stands so high huge hooves too. Huge hooves too. Impatiently waiting for sorry, I spelled something wrong. Impatiently waiting for reins and harness. Rein and harness. And the last line is eager to leave. Eager to leave. All right. Y'all see the last letters of each line?
Yeah.
It spells H-O-R-S-E, horse. Stands so high, huge hooves too, impatiently waiting for reins and harness, eager to leave. So that is the telestitch, and I'll quickly go over the mezzo stitch since we have about 3 minutes. All right. How you doing, Ms. Brakefield? I'll be done in 3 minutes. You're more than welcome to sit down if you like. All right, young people. So the mezzo stitch is an acrostic in which you can have a seat, in which the middles of words or lines form a word or message. The telestitch is the end, the last letter of each line. The mezzo is going to the middle. That's why it has that mezzo. That means middle. It's an acrostic in which the middle of words or lines form a word or message. And so quickly, I'm going to give you a short mezzo, and we're going to end class there, and I'll share a poem with you all before we get out of class. So, anybody interested in trying that telestitch?
No.
What? Thanks a lot, Miss Jean.
It just seems so contrived, like a little puzzle. And I like the portrait. I like the portrait to be a little more creative.
It is because they remember they said acrostics have a lot to do with puzzles. So
Right,
it's kind of
right.
like that too.
Yeah,
But just continue to write and read because that is what helps you to prevent from getting Alzheimer's, dementia, and keeps your brain juice strong and stuff.
well, I need to do that every minute.
All right, so I'm gonna quickly give y'all that mezzo stitch, and I'm gonna once again put it in the chat. And the first line is life. Let me put my lowercase word. Sorry, life is a. That's the first line. Life is. So I guess it's not going to be written properly when it's typed, but you see me capitalizing the letters that the actual acrostic is making the word. So when you write it on your page, you can line up those capital letters. Yeah. Canyon. Treat. It. Generosity. Sincerity. Patience and faith. Patience and LOVE. So the word is what? Instead of me telling y'all what the word is, what is the actual word? The acrostic is.
M
What is it?
Mance? Mance? No, I don't.
I have all of them capitalized. The first line, the poem reads,
Oh, okay.
life is a companion treated with generosity, sincerity, patience, and love.
Imagine.
Imagine. So, right, once again, I was trying to say, write it where the letters line up. But anyway, that particular word is in the center of the piece, and it's called a mezzo stitch. All right, so I'm going to share this quick piece with you all. Anybody got any other piece to share? Oh, y'all straight.
We straight.
Don't forget, to young people who I haven't heard from, write an acrostic about your first name, last name, middle name, all of it together. It's your choice. Write a 10-sentence story about your life or about a loved one or somebody that you probably don't even know. All right. So the piece that I'm going to recite to you today is called Never Had a Bad Day. There is something no one else, never a bad day. Never a bad day. Not never had a bad day. Never a bad day. There is something no one has ever heard me say, that being that I was having or ever had a bad day. Because no matter what it was that I was going through, I have always had family, friends, and God to turn to. Even through pain, suffering, and the loss of loved ones, somehow joy returned and the pain overcome. Regardless of the times I faced life's harshest lessons, Before I went to sleep, I remembered to count my blessings. Because no matter what happened that made me sad, there was something or someone that made me glad. No matter how much grief or where it came from, somehow joy returned and the grief overcome. Even when those I loved left me behind, before the sun went down, I had peace of mind. You see, we have God in our lives who truly cares, and he will never give us more than we can bear. All
That's
right, young
good.
people, y'all take that through y'all day. We're not gonna have much more than we can bear. Just take a few breaths and put your best foot forward, put a smile, turn the corners of your mouth upward, and just keep pushing forward.
Kim, do you have lunch today? Any lunch? No.
Yes, thank you so
Oh.
much, love. So lunch is here at the Darnell facility, for those of you that don't know, from 11:30 until 1:30. And today we will be having
What?
we will be having fried chicken, smothered baked chicken, red beans and rice, baked sweet potato, stewed okra and tomatoes, dinner rolls and cornbread, assorted drinks, assorted salads, and assorted desserts.
Woo!
Wow.
Well, I'm coming. Sounds good.
All right, young people, thank y'all so much. We had a wonderful class. Don't forget about that tele-stitch and meso-stitch. And let me see y'all pump y'all fist. Woo, word up
Kim.
Wednesdays. Yes,
Kim,
yes, ma'am.
just remind everybody when you do the lunch that the credit card machine is down and nothing more than a 20.
Yes, ma'am. The
Thank
credit
you.
card machine is not working, young people. And don't forget, if you come to eat lunch here, you have to pay with a $20 bill or smaller, not nothing larger than a 20.
Jobs. Okay.
All right. Word up. Thank y'all
Word
so
up.
much. This class is all about poetry, spoken word, and short stories. My name is Kimberlie Wright. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed Wednesday. Peace. I'll see you all next week.
Peace
You
out.
too.
Peace out.
DeAndre, please come to
Thanks,
the lobby.
Kim.
DeAndre, please come to the lobby. Thank you.